Hey everyone, thanks for clicking. This is Rocky and I hope all is going well. Alright, so this video will be my top moments from episode 20 of season 3 of Marvel's Agents of s.h.i.e.l.d. As always, let's go and jump right in. Top moment number 7, from Watchdog to Alpha Primitive. So this concept was pulled from the comics and for the most part is pretty true to the original concept. We see some watchdogs go through Radcliffe's process and they are changed but into deformed versions of their original selves. These are a version of the slave race created by the Inhumans, as remember in the comics it was all about purity of the bloodline. In the case of the Primitives, they have very little Kree blood, which causes the Terrigen to change them into mindless cattle, basically. In some versions of the comics, it's a completely different element that changes the Primitives. For the show, they appear to have a level of superhuman strength and are incredibly loyal to Hive, as again, Radcliffe has added Hive's parasites to the overall mixture or concoction, as it were. So basically the intent is for them to be Hive's frontline fighter force, also known as Red Shirts. I'm sure most of you will get that reference. Top moment number 6, no blood and hacking. Daisy looked like crap in this episode, and rightly so, as Radcliffe is draining most of her blood for Hive's Inhuman plan, as remember she was infused with Kree blood from the Tahiti compound. A side effect of this is we get to see Daisy go into Sky mode as she hacks into s.h.i.e.l.d. repeatedly. Granted, Fitz shuts her down, but she's just too good for him. That is something I've really liked about this season, as even though Daisy has powers at this point, they still play off of her original skills from before those powers. Number 5, Inhuman Registration. Alright, so we get fallout from Civil War as Talbot meets with Coulson and has a big grin on his face. He wants Coulson's Inhuman agents registered, but more than that, he wants full disclosure of everything. He finally gets in the base, and as Coulson states, the secret warriors are needed and have to be able to work in the shadows. I think by the end of the episode Talbot realized this as well, but time will tell on that one. Number 4, Hellfire He Is. So I was not sure if they were just having fun with James the Aussie, but it does appear that he is an adaptation of the secret warrior Hellfire. What convinced me? The chain, of course. In the comics, the character was not very well liked, and his powers revolved around harnessing Hellfire through a chain. It was revealed that he was actually a Hydra double agent, and at one point he was basically left to die by Nick Fury. So yeah, not sure if he's actually going to end up joining the show's Secret Warriors, but I just wanted to confirm that he is based on an actual comic book character. Top moment number 3, I wanted to trust her. Throughout the episode, Lincoln is in secret contact with Daisy, and he tells her that he wants to be with her and her alone. He only joined s.h.i.e.l.d. to be with her, and nobody trusts him there. Daisy creates a plan to get him out. In this case, they end up betraying each other, as Daisy is setting Lincoln up for Hive, and Lincoln has no intentions of meeting her. Sadly, Matt gets caught in the crossfire and gets some shock treatment. This shows that Lincoln is not completely blinded by Daisy, and also maybe, just maybe, he will be a good agent. Number 2, Terrigen Bomb. So with the help of Talbot, we learn Hive's ultimate plan. He reveals that Hive has a warhead that was stolen from the ATCU during the Watchdogs episode. Hive is basically creating his own Terrigen Bomb. Now, previously I thought the whole Terrigen in the ocean and the fish oil pills were the show's way of doing this, and it kind of was, but now we are looking at a potential real Terrigen Bomb, as in spreading Radcliffe's concoction all over the earth, or at least a massive chunk of it. So we definitely have some high stakes coming up, and if the bomb does blow up, just how are they going to keep this quiet? Number 1 top moment of the episode, you are free. Daisy is finally freed from Hive's influence, and who do we have to thank for it? Lash. Wow, that was awesome. He pulled and then burned the parasites out of her, and took her to a jet so she could get home. This was the calmest we had ever seen Lash, and more than likely due to finally being whole after his last transition, and honestly it was actually a pretty touching scene. Then we get the emotional swell as Daisy enters the base, and tears begin falling down her cheeks as she states Lash died saving her. Can you just imagine the pain and guilt she's feeling? Just a great way to end the episode. So my final thoughts. Alright, so this episode was actually pretty solid for the most part. It delivered a great emotional ending, as well as a moderate tie-in to Captain America's Civil War. Now, there were a couple things that I did not like. First off, the battle between Lash and Hive was entirely too short, and a major letdown. After seeing Hive fighting the Kree in the last episode, I was expecting a huge battle, and it was over in moments. The show definitely did not help matters, as they really hyped up this battle over social media. The other thing I did not like or agree with was the death of Lash. He has been seen to basically absorb or nullify the combined powers of Daisy and Lincoln, be immune to bullets, and has regenerative abilities. But he was killed by a fire-infused chain? There has been so much attention and build-up to Lash this season, and for it to end like that was just not cool at all. Daisy is clearly being pushed to the center of the story, as we see that another Inhuman's purpose was to save her. And with all that, Agents of S.h.i.e.L.D. has definitely raised the stakes, and I think we are in for an amazing 2-hour finale. So those are my top moments from episode 20 of Agents of S.h.i.e.L.D. Go and let me know your top moments down below, or if you have any questions on the characters or the episode itself, go and put those down in the comments below as well. As always, you know I love having some conversations with you guys. If you take a look at your screen, I've got a couple links for you to follow there for some of my other videos that I think you might have an interest in. Those same links will be provided in the interactive card on the top right of the screen, as well as down in the description below. And if while watching those videos you feel so inclined, definitely subscribe to the channel. We would love to have you on board. And if you have subscribed already, thank you so very much. I really do appreciate it, and I hope you've been enjoying the videos. With all that being said, I hope you have a great rest of your day, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye.